Hello, this is a SwimEx video on how to set the maximum frequency parameter on your new SwimEx Controller Box. First thing you're going to need is a flat screwdriver. You're going to want to go ahead and loosen the two flat slots on the SwimEx Control Box. Then you can go ahead and open the cabinet. The unit will be powered up, so please be careful. Then you want to go ahead and locate your blue SM Vector controller. And that's where we'll be doing all of our procedures for setting the maximum frequency parameter. It all comes down to customers having a problem. It usually comes down to step one, let us know what you see. So for example, to be real specific, on this SM Vector, if all is well, you should see the word stop on it. And when the pool's off. It'll give you the frequency that it's running at when the pool's running. But when it's off, it should say stop. This little auto LED should always be illuminated. That little tiny auto LED should be illuminated. So if that checks out, you then want to focus your attention in the lower right-hand corner. Starting with the lens C300, your power P LED should be on, and your S1 LED should be on. Not blinking, just steady on. Additionally, you should have these two little lights on your X3 connector illuminated, and the one lower light on the X2 connector illuminated. That's your standby OK status for the C300. And then as we go to the right, your power I/O on the S701 module, your run light on the S202 module, and your run light on the S200 module let you know that those boards have power. So this is the standard setup. Whenever a customer is having a problem, we'll usually ask them for a picture of this corner and a picture of the SM Vectors display just to compare it to this baseline. And lots of times what can happen is if something's off, like if one of these boards are not snapped in correctly, you won't have a power LED and that won't allow operation. It could be something as simple as that. Or if any of these components are blown or a bad connection, it could be that issue. But it's the LEDs that help you determine which way to go. So we're going to start off at the SM Vector. Generally it'll show this display, it'll say stop and let you know that it's in auto mode. So the first thing you want to do is press the M enter key. It's going to flash the word pass and then let you see that it's at 4 zeros. You're going to want to go ahead and press the up arrow to go to parameter 225. You can press and release or just simply press and hold it in. And if you go past it, just use the down arrow. When you get to 225, simply press the M enter button. It'll let you show you that you're at parameter 100. And now we want to increase this to get to parameter 508. Okay, we're at parameter 508, and now you want to hit the M enter key, and it's going to show you your current display of motor amps. Paddle wheel motor is off right now, so we're just seeing 0.0. So the next step is now we want to go ahead and operate the pool and bring it up to top speed to check the current draw. This can be done a couple of different ways. You can do it via the air buttons on the pool. If you have the edge display, you can do it that way. We're going to mimic it right at the air switches at the controller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect my start air tube. And I'm going to go ahead and connect my dummy air tube to the start switch. Okay, next I'll give that one puff of air. That'll initiate a start command. And then I'm going to disconnect my fast air tube and connect my dummy air tube to the fast switch. I'll then go ahead and pulse this. And as you can see, as I start delivering puffs of air to speed up the paddle wheel, you should hear your paddle wheel operate, and you'll also see that our current draw has gone up to about 12 amps. So now what we want to do is we want to continue to send in pulses of air on the fast to bring the pool up to top speed. And eventually you reach the point where you just plateau and sending additional puffs of air no longer increases the speed. So right now we're at top speed, and you could confirm that if you had an edge display, your speed would show a speed of 99. So now what we're looking at is we're looking at the current draw that the motor is putting on. In this particular SwimEx we have a 7.5 horsepower motor, so the current draw will be about 21 amps or so. You see it flickering between 19 to 20 and change. That's generally what we'll see with a 7.5 horsepower motor. If you have the 5 horsepower motor, it's about 12 to 12.5 amps. Next step now that we've topped out, we want to go ahead and press that M Enter key. And it's going to show us what the frequency is right now. It's at 60 hertz. So right now, at top current draw, we're at 60 hertz. If the frequency is 60 hertz, you've pretty much completed the process. You do not have to edit it down, but we'll go on to the next step to show if you were to check your frequency at this step and it was less, how to reset that maximum frequency parameter. Okay, so now in this step, we're going to assume that our frequency reading is less than 60 hertz, and this procedure will show you how to change that. So the first thing we're going to want to do, our paddle wheel is still operating, so I'm going to want to stop it. I can do that by pressing the stop button on the pool. I simply blow a puff of air into the stop air switch. And when you do that, you should hear your gear motor start to wind down, and you'll notice your frequency reading on the display is decreasing as well. Okay, now we're back to our home screen, which is a stop screen with the auto LED illuminated. So now what we want to do is we want to hit the M Enter key. It's going to go ahead and ask us for our password, which is 0225. Go past it, just use the down arrow. And then hit the M Enter key. And now to go to the maximum frequency, we want to go to parameter P103. And then hit the M Enter key. And now this is the maximum frequency parameter. If your current drawer, let's say, was at 55 hertz, you would just edit this by pressing the down arrow to bring your frequency down to 55. And then hit the M Enter to accept that change. In our particular installation here, we were able to go to 60 hertz, so I'll just set it to 60 hertz and press the M Enter key. And that completes the process of setting the maximum frequency parameter on your new SwimEx Controller Box.